Hey guys, Hoddy here, and we're back again with another Bricklaying vlog and part 6 on the garage. I've probably got one more part after this. I've got a bit of an update for you guys. I've got some bad news. I've also got some good news. Bad news is Jamie is no more. He's finished. Gave me a text about earlier today. It's on a Sunday and said he wasn't bothered about carrying on. A bit disappointed, you know what I mean. I thought, it were coming on nicely. But we'll try someone else. We've got I had another lad in as a backup plan. Luckily, I got through to him, and he's starting on Tuesday. So me and the old man are going to go in on Monday, check the job out, make a start. We'll lose a bit of time with inductions and whatnot, but we're gonna crack on. So yeah, I'll give you guys an update. I don't speculate too much at the moment because I only expect it to last a week. But as I do most people, it's an hard job. I don't expect mountains out of people, but I just expect you to be there and put in some effort. I understand why Charlie Collison sacks so many people, or so many people leave his gangs, because probably a bit more lot higher production than I am, and probably a bit more of an intense work environment than I sort of typically work at, and even guys can't stick it with me. I'm a big soft fucker, so yeah, lenient is what I'd call it. So anyway, we'll give you guys an update as I know more. In today's video, I'll talk about a few topics. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about because I've done this recording twice already. Once my phone died and I lost that one that was going quite well. And the second time, I was speculating too much. I was rambling, so I'm trying not to do that. Been taking note of the comments, guys. Going to be mixing it up between Headcam and third person recording, just to give you guys a little bit of a different insight. Obviously, I don't rush about. I'm not the fastest trial you'll ever see on Headcam or on camera, but I try to be as as nippy as I can be at times, and I just sort of work at the same pace that I would at all times, even if I'm recording. So I don't do any sort of Hollywood action, camera action sort of stuff. No putting it on for the camera. It's just 100% raw, actual footage I'm working. So in this video, I'm on some Trestles. They're set at about 400i, so it's set, them Trestles are welded at a certain height. They're not ones that you can adjust up and down. I'm squaring this garage up to about 31 courses on these gables, leaving out for the corbels, which I had to re-trestle later, because at the time we didn't have any smooth bricks dropped off. Obviously we didn't have a forklift on this site, we were just getting lifts off an adjacent site, so lost a considerable amount of time with that. Also, pick and dip, I do prefer doing it on when I'm higher up. If I'm doing any sort of reaching, pick and dip is basically mandatory for me to do. It's not for everyone, you know what I mean. I'm not saying it's any much faster than traditional, but I just find it easier when you're at height. I find you have more time to manoeuvre your brick, get it to line accurately. Just gives yourself a little bit more leeway, I find, when you're reaching higher and higher. And it can be quick if you get quite efficient at it. I'm still learning. I'm nowhere near a pick and dip master. Obviously it's becoming less and less frequent people using it. There's a bit of a toxic community when it comes to in the bricklaying world, where people, if they see a little bit of a gap in your joint, they'll lambast you in the comments. I still get comments like that, but they've been reducing. The feedback's been mostly positive. As we've crept over the 1k mark, we're into almost the 1.1k territories now. Obviously, I'm a little bit more of a slower growing channel, a little bit more, love me or hate me, because I have this sort of commentary style that isn't always sort of trendy. I'm not a big fan of these on the job commentaries. I find it's awkward enough wearing Headcam. I don't want to be yabbering on, to the lads who are working with me. You know what I mean? I'm more of a chill out kind of laid back guy. I just focus on my work. I have some tunes playing. I've got actually a new speaker I'm going to talk about in this video. It's actually a karaoke machine, if you believe it or not, but it's £25 I paid for it. wireless, lasts about 6 or 7 hours. It absolutely knocks them DeWalt radios out of the water, and obviously at about a tenth, at about a fifth of the price. You can actually plug a microphone into it. So if I might actually do this, I might actually get a microphone, plug it in, and then go whoa, might check, warm up, and then you know, that's how we load it boards. But with get the old karaoke machine out, blast a few lines off. But yeah, it's a decent bit of kit. I'm going to do a review on that. Basically, the cheap alternative to a DeWalt radio or a AKASO radio. Belts out some right power and don't drain your phone battery too bad either. And I have a little bit of power pack of tech with it, just to boost it. You know what I mean? If I ever need to charge the phone or that, if I forget to charge it on a night, which I'm very guilty of doing, that's what I do. Also, I'm going to talk a little bit about staple guns. I've got a staple gun as well. I've had it in the house for about 2 or 3 years now, so I'm going to experiment with stapling damps. I've never done it before. I've seen it done by Derby Brickwork. Charlie Collison's done it on a few videos. You know, is it better than just using some bricks? I can probably imagine so. It's less fucking about and just staple it, boom, 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 sort of. The only time I can really see it being a bit of an issue is if you staple it in the wrong fucking place. So that is going to be one of the things I'll be wary of. When it comes to this video, it's just me picking and dipping, using the fixed bricks. I'm going to do a little shout out to my mate Richard. Still using these fixed bricks, you know, months on from when he sent them me. Use them in all types of work. Obviously, I've got corner blocks and profiles on here, but because because I didn't want to trestle right round the corner where the corner block is, I just had it so I could move the corner block up to somewhere roughly in the right area, then clamp that fixed brick on, you know, to tingle it. I was doing that when I was running the gables in between two big corners. You know, it makes it very easy, especially if you've got a corner block hooked on each side of a big rack back. You can easily move that line up and down with good tension using that fixed brick, and it just saves you having to march right to the other end of that corner. You know, you're only saving, you know, a matter of a minute per course or something like that, but those minutes can add up if you're doing 60. What if you're doing 20, 30, 40, 50 courses, you can be saving half an hour a day. And they're all them half an hours in a week add up. You know, it could mean extra half a day's wages of saving time. You know, and it's just something you have to incorporate with other time-saving techniques, other, you know, efficient methods, and you can really be onto a winner there. Durability of the fixed bricks as well. I was going to do an updated review, but I'll sort of touch on it in this video. How long do the springs last? The springs are still as strong as when I first got them. It's been quite a few months now. Also, people, you know, bang on about them not being able to pull them tight enough and stuff. You can pull them tight, you just have to make sure they're gripping the brick with the teeth. You make sure you've got it sat on the brick right, there's no mortar in the way. And it can vary from brick to brick. A smooth brick won't grip as tight as like a brick with a nice grippy face. So you've got to be wary of that. And you've got to just keep an eye on them as well. You've got to make sure you get used to pulling them tight enough, setting them right on the brick. Don't stand on them. I've stood on my fixed bricks once. I've bent one of them and had to straighten it up with a vice. So they can be fixed if you do bend them. But, you know, they're not indestructible. Don't ride your car over them. It's one of them things. It's been a good tool, been a very good tool. And I've adapted to using it very well. But I can see how people wouldn't find it useful if they didn't want to change the building habits. So it's something you have got to get used to. It does tailor to the individual. If you're a big fan of building corners, you'll love fixed bricks. If you're a fan of just using profiles, never doing your rack backs, you never, you know, you're setting your ways with your watt work and stuff. You know, you probably not find them useful. If you're one of these who likes to yank lines super tight, over pull your lines, you know, probably might not like them. You probably end up pulling them off. But yeah, they have a time and a place for use, and I find them increasingly, you know, effective and time saving. So, and also in this video, obviously you see me using obviously the ties up trowel. Done multiple reviews on it now. but it does lend itself very well to pick and dip. I've been very you know, impressed with how it's withstood, you know, the abuse I've given it, how it's, you know, worked in a lot of different situations with pick and dip, a lot of different bricks. And I'd definitely recommend anyone who's wanting a cheap trowel to just start out doing pick and dip. Works great traditional as well, a nice London pattern. And that's the thing as well with pick and dip. It is situational to be optimal speed. You know, if you need your bricks at waist out, you need someone stacking them up for you. You know, it's not always going to be possible, but if you incorporate a little bit of pick and dip, a little bit of traditional, a bit of front tip, a bit of this, bit of that, and you can really increase your overall speed of laying in all scenarios. You know, that's one of the biggest aspects of using a smaller trowel. It's something I'm passionate about using now. It's something I'm going to keep doing. So yeah, I've also I've had some time this weekend to do a bit of gaming. You know, it's one of the things I've neglected since I was focusing on the channel a little bit more. You know, spending more time doing voiceovers, you know, so I appreciate you guys watching the videos, clicking on the ads and stuff like that, really helping the channel out. You know, it does take away time from, you know, late leisure time from family, so, you know, any support, you know, is a massive, you know what I mean. Obviously, you know, I'm not, you know, in my situation, I've got kid, you know, I've got one son, me and the missus, you know, we're together. You know, both full-time parents. You know, I come home from work, I don't get a breather. It's full on with him, and you know, it can be difficult sometimes. It can be difficult, you know. Always, you know, taking part as a parent as well as just being a breadwinner is very important. You know, it's probably not emphasised enough on these channels. You know, some guys, some guys don't emphasise the fatigue of, you know, family life and being a family man and stuff like that, and you've got to really optimise yourself at work. I've found to really have energy for your family when you get back. You ain't got to leave it all on the job. You ain't got to be attacking it every day. You've just got to you've got to pace yourself. You got to pace that. So that's why I'm about obviously expanding the gang to a 1 and 2 now, as opposed to a 1 and 1, and it's going to just. It's something I found, it opened my eyes with Jamie, having him hands-on, looking after me all the time. It made life a lot easier, where the old man couldn't really do that. He was wanting the situation to do that with his fitness and his speed with his age and stuff. So having him, primarily loading, very little bending really. He's just going to be loading blocks, you know, Selcon blocks, nice steady away, brick clamps, upright, not a lot of bending over. Because loading out is probably all right for your back and your hips. It's gobbo that's really pouring, you know, buckets of mortar can really take a strain on you. Bent over pointing, bent double and stuff, that can be another one that triggers some of the old pain in the hips and the back. So I'm trying to try and limit his job to just that, and have someone looking after you full time. It's given me more energy over the last few weeks with Jamie, even though I've had to sort of put in a little bit of extra effort to teach him. It's definitely something that I'll never go back to working solo again. I just don't see any benefit to doing it, actually. You can earn good money on days, but you know, you're paying for it in your energy, in your body. You know what I mean? I've some of the aches and pains have gone away over the last, you know, couple of months, which I was feeling more and more when I was working solo. So, you know, as it's time and its place, but you know, I've always got that backup plan of working on my own or working one-on-one again. If I can't find another lad after this lad, but sure I will be able to. Just got to be persistent. You've got to be willing to work with different types of people as well. I'm growing as a person a little bit. You know, getting used to managing people a bit more. Not a big fan of the managing aspect of managing other people. I just try and get them to work on my wavelength, and then it pretty much does it. I can do it. You know, it does itself really with the way I work. So it's it's an experience for me. You know, I'm more patient as I get older as well. So that's the video today, guys. Got another video probably worth footage on this. I might do a Tuesday night swipes, a little bit of play on words from the Tuesday night fights. Obviously, you know, I'm a boxing fan. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I think I've got about 3 or 4 courses left running on camera. Probably 3 courses I've got left. and I hope you guys are looking forward to the new content coming up. I know I am. I've been trying to take a couple of days break between videos to keep them fresh, keep the voiceovers fresh, because I know that's what you guys are really like tuning to. I might try and do a bit more on the job, you know, commentary and stuff, you know, a bit like a day in the life sort of thing, a bit like Tricky Bricky does, and you know, Collison and you know, a lot of the other guys. But yeah, so we'll be focusing on trying mixing it up a bit, you know, try to vary the content, but hopefully you guys will like sort of the way I approach housing. It's a little bit different to way a lot of games do it, obviously, because, you know, I have a little bit of a different way of doing things. You know, it's not always the fastest, but it's a little bit of like I'm a little bit of a happy medium side of price work. You know, I like to be efficient, get plenty done, but I don't like to take things too over the top. You know what I mean? I like to make things repeatable, and you know, tailor it to a family man, someone who doesn't have a lot of energy to expend at work. He has to save his energy for at home as well. So I can't be killing myself. I can't be, you know, leaving it all on the job. I have to really conserve what I do in a day to just for my physical health and mental health as well. You know, it's hard when you're waking up 2 or 3 times in the night. Both me and the missus getting up with our young un and stuff when he's having a screaming fit and all that. You know, this is where I say almost being a single parent and having the extra support, or even being a part-time parent where you split up. That's why a lot of couples do split up, because it is easy, you do get a break. But when you're a couple that loves each other and you both have a child and you don't have a big support system behind you with grandparents, etc., you know, it can take its toll on you. So you know, it hasn't got to be understated. You know, any of you guys out there with kids and active children, you know, in the younger years of the life, you know, it's hard work. It's hard work, and you know, you can't always put 100% into work every day, and that's what I'm about, the real life, the real world fucking bricklaying, real world bricklaying, not this fucking fantasy you see online sometimes. Anyway, guys, that is the video. I hope you enjoy the rest of the footage. I'm going to put a bit of music on. I'm going to be looking through YouTube now and getting some different copyright-free music for you guys to listen to, just switch up a little bit. So anyway, guys, thanks all for watching, and I will see you guys in a couple of days with another one.
What we do here is go back.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem. In fact, both local San Francisco papers are investing a lot of money to try and get a service just like that started. Science editor Steve Newman reports on one person already using the brand new system.